that some people will join soon. I see some people logging in. No point in starting until people log in, right? So I got 3 people. I see Kristen and Barb there. It's so cool. Like I usually do, I'm just going to wait a minute or two till more people log in. Otherwise, there's no point. Oh, I see Dana saying Happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. Hi, Kristen. I think there's a delay, so I probably sound weird. I don't know. So today, we're making a suggestion that my friend Kelly made. It was to make my creamy curry chickpea salad. So this is a really delicious recipe too that you can use for like a lot of different things. So I thought I would make it because it's so quick and easy, plus it's delicious. So just to let everyone know before we start, I will be posting, and I have been posting these videos edited onto YouTube, so you can always watch it there later. And if you're watching from YouTube right now, you already know this. So we can go ahead and get started. If I miss your comments, I really apologize. I'll get back to them later. So again, we are making curry chickpea salad. So the first thing that we need for curry chickpea salad is chickpeas. So if you watch my other video about the mac and cheese, I'm keeping the water from the chickpeas. It's called aquafaba, and I use it for a vegan mac and cheese sauce the other day. You can toss potatoes in it to make them crispy. You can use it in desserts. You can make macaroons with it. You can do so much stuff. And I will post the recipe too in the YouTube video and probably on my Facebook page after. So again, we have our drained chickpeas. And the first thing we need to do is to blend them up. So you're going to use an entire can. And I just have, I'm going to move you guys back and forth here. I just have a little food processor, and it just barely kind of fits 1 can of chickpeas. Oops. We have a rogue chickpea. Okay. So the texture that we're trying to get here, we're not trying to puree it. You're just trying to chop them up so that they're sort of smaller chunks, but not in any kind of puree. And mine, you can see, is very full. You can just pat that down. So you can make it kind of chunky or as pureed as you want, but you want a little bit of bite to it. So we're going to get that. Let me see my bowl. I'm going to get that in the bowl. So I'll show you guys a little bit closer up the texture that we're looking for. So you can see just kind of broken up, just like that. I'm going to get them all in there. So you can see they're kind of a little mushy in spots and a little bit big there. So let's get this out of the way. So once you have the chickpeas in the bowl, we're going to actually make everything right in the bowl. And you can use, I use whatever veggies I have, so there's not an exact recipe for this. But make sure what veggies you're choosing aren't wet or have seeds. So I wouldn't put like cucumbers or tomatoes in, because when it sits in the fridge, then it'll get really watery and kind of gross. So just make sure you're using like really crisp veggies. So today you're going to see that I have bell pepper, I've got corn, and I'm doing kale. And I usually do green onions, but I realize I don't have any, and the ones that I grow are not ready. So that's why I used kale. So we're going to add the veggies in. And so you'll see I've cut these up, and you kind of want to make them small enough for bite size, so that they're basically the same size as the little chunks you have. If you have the veggies too big, it won't be nice to eat. So I've got a red and an orange, and it's kind of nice. The more colors you eat in a dish, the healthier it is for you. So try to make a little bit of a rainbow if you can. So we've got orange and red pepper. We've got our green kale, and then I have the corn. So 1 whole can of corn is a little bit too much. I will usually end up putting in half a can, and then I'll use the rest of the can for something else. If you want to put a whole can of corn in, you can go ahead. And so we have a pretty good rainbow going here, and one time I actually made it with really finely chopped purple cabbage, and that was great. So we just have to make sure that this is well incorporated. So again, keep your veggies crisp. If you want to add like tomatoes and cucumber and stuff after that, put it in like as you're going to eat it. I actually usually eat these in a wrap, and then I put the tomato and cucumber and lettuce in the wrap. Awesome. So what we're going to do now is make the sauce, and it can go in the same bowl as well. So it's all in one bowl, which was why I love this recipe, because it's so easy. But again, you can make this curry chickpea salad. Keeps in the fridge for a long time. It makes a good portion. And like I said, sometimes I'll eat it on a lettuce salad. Sometimes I'll eat it in a wrap. You can put it in a sandwich. You can do whatever you want. So the sauce is mayonnaise based. But you know what? I forgot my secret ingredient. One second. Not very good on a live video, but I forgot my secret ingredient. So the secret ingredient to give it a bit of sweetness is actually dried, these are sweetened, but you can use unsweetened dried cranberries. And it just, with the curry flavor, it just adds something I don't even know how to explain. It's just really delicious. And like, you know, I really don't measure anything, so I'm just going to shake some in. I would say it's probably like half a cup of dried cranberries. So just make sure you break them up. So I'll show you what that looks like. It's delicious. See my bowl? So the cranberries just add that little bit of sweetness to it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with the sauce. So again, we have our Hellmann's mayonnaise. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's amazing. To me, it tastes the same as everything else, but it doesn't have any cholesterol, which is awesome. So what I usually do, this kind of takes a little bit of learning, because if you put a lot of veggies in, you might need a little bit more mayonnaise. And this is quite a big, this ended up being quite a big bowl. So I'm going to say that's at least half a cup, maybe 2/3 of a cup. Move my bowl for you there. So you got your mayonnaise. And then to make it a little bit tangy and to thin out the sauce, something that really is good with a lot of mayonnaise-y type sauces is apple cider vinegar. And I measure with my cap, which I'm guessing is probably a teaspoon. And I usually go with 2, and then if you want to thin it out more, add some more. But that's going to make a really nice tangy sauce. When I make my ranch salad dressing, I use mayonnaise and that apple cider vinegar. So then, just to stay clean, I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder. This is probably, again, that's probably a teaspoon. And then garlic powder. You can pretty much put onion and garlic powder in everything, so teaspoon. And then I have some just regular store-bought curry powder, nothing fancy. And that one I also don't measure. So you can kind of, that's probably about a teaspoon and a bit more. So you can put as much curry as you like. If you want it really mild, like go easy on it, and then just add more if you want. And I see Connie there. Hi. And then the next thing I have is a garam masala mix. I have no idea where I got this or what's in it, but it's a different type of sort of Indian spice. And you're going to put a little bit less of this stuff. I find this has a weird sweet flavor. So I only put, you know, just less than a teaspoon in. And that just goes in like that. And then you're going to mix it. I usually use a fork. It helps squish everything together. So if you want to be sort of more exact, you can mix that sauce in a bowl separately and then lay it on. But I don't even measure stuff, so I'm too lazy sometimes to even put it in a bowl. So see that coming together. And just mix it until you can't really see any of the white from the mayonnaise in. And then I'm going to also put some black pepper. So fun fact, if you eat black pepper with turmeric, which is in the curry powder, it'll help your body absorb the turmeric more, or better I should say. And turmeric is really good for you. It's very anti-inflammatory. So, look how delicious the rainbow of these colors look. It's amazing. So this is a super healthy dish. It's got a boatload of protein, and it's freaking delicious. So I'll eat this for breakfast. I'll eat it on a salad or wrap for lunch or on a sandwich. You can eat it as a snack. You can just eat it out of the bowl. So it's pretty good. I'm going to get my spoon. And I think I got the ratio of mayonnaise just right. Sometimes I've made it and it's way too mayonnaise-y, but this seems just right. So let's see here. So we've got our peppers, we've got corn, we've got kale in there for some greens, very important, and we've got our nice sauce. It's so good. Every time I make it, it's so good. And when you have it, you'll be surprised at the dried cranberries, like what a difference that makes to the flavor. Obviously, if you don't have it, you know, don't put it in. But there you go, guys. So thank you so much for joining every time. I thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It's so cool to see everybody logging in and chatting and stuff. And if you haven't already, please go to my Facebook page, The Plant Life Canada. I'm on Instagram, and I really need some YouTube subscribers. So if you can go to my YouTube and subscribe, that would be awesome too. And like all my videos, and help out that way. So stay safe, everybody. Enjoy your delicious meal, and we'll see you next week for the next recipe. I think I'm going to make dessert next time. So definitely tune in next week for the delicious dessert. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.